Okay guys, how's it going? This is Composer here for my second installment of YouTube background, how to create YouTube background. So when I left you last time, I can't speak. We had this. This is what we made. If you're following the steps that we had these layers. So what I'm going to show you now is how to make the sidebars. So you see quite a lot of backgrounds that look quite nice. If you're making that kind of background. So let's go straight ahead and first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on our text layer, our copy layer, and just hit backspace and we'll delete it. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I've just made that. I don't want to delete it. Well, hit Command T and you on this layer, on this Zobe layer, the first one, and you want to go to the right top corner, hold down Shift and click and drag and to make it smaller, or you can just make it smaller by the like changing the size of the text. But I've just done like that. So I'm going to move that up so it's by the side of it again. Use the arrow keys to move it around, like so. Maybe move it down a little bit. And now we're going to click on, make sure we're selected on that. Hit Command, hold down Command, and hit J or Control. And we're going to duplicate that. So hit Command T again. And we're just going to hold down Shift and spin it around, just like that. Hit Enter, and you see we haven't got it. So we just move it across, and there it is. So I just want to line it up to the side like we did before. So now we've got it smaller. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer. So hit Command Shift N. I'm going to drag this layer in front of the first template. So now we're going to zoom in. And my Photoshop's being really slow because I've had quite a lot of things open today. We're going to go to this tool here. It's the Polygon Lasso tool. It's the middle one. And we make sure we're on our new layer. Make sure the color's black. And we're going to click above it. Click, hold down Shift so it makes it straight. And then click about there. Click in a little bit. Keep holding down Shift for all of this. Click again. Click inside again. Just some simple sidebars. They just link it up so you have that. And I right click and go fill. And then go black. And there you go. So that's the start of the sidebar, that's the backing. So I hit Command D or Control D to deselect that. I'm just going to click and drag the layer so it's behind the backing template. So now you see it goes behind it. So now we're going to make a new folder. This is to keep your work organised. We're going to make a new group. So hit that there. You see we have group 1. So I'm just going to drag that layer we've just made into the group 1 and drop it. So if we press this button here, we won't see it anymore. So we're going to go into group 1, click on the layer we just made, make a new layer, Command Shift N, or this button down here. I'm going to have that. You see we can't really see that too well, so we're going to double click on the effects button, go to stroke, make the stroke about 1, hit the colour, white, okay. So now we can see it. So we're going to go to the new layer we just made, zoom in a little bit more, and we're going to add some more nice sidebar effects. So we just click about there, hold down Shift obviously, click again, keep holding down Shift so that makes it parallel, click up, so it makes it so it's kind of the same height as the other one, and then click and just click across again, hold down Shift all the time. Then we're going to right click, fill, and black again. So we have that again. So now we see we have that, we're going to go to the previous layer, layer 5, right click on that, copy layer style, right click on the layer we've just made, paste layer style. So now we have the white stroke on it. What I'm going to do with the layer we've just made, I'm going to move it down using the arrow keys to about there, and I'm going to hit Command J to duplicate it. So then if we move up some more, we'll move this one up using the arrow keys, so just use the top arrow. And we see, maybe make it about there, maybe move the bottom one down a little bit more. And move this one down a little bit more. Not across, down. And there we go, you see we've got those. Maybe want to move them, if you want to select both the layers, just click on one of them, hold down Shift and click on the other one, you select both of them. So you can move them in and down a little bit, so they don't stick out as much. Just keep moving them down, using the right arrow key and the bottom arrow key, and you move them across. And you see now we have that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make another new layer. So just click on the layer 6 copy, Command Shift N, OK, made our new layer, and we're just going to add in some bars on here. So we're just going to click, hold down Shift, like this is like repetitive, but it gives a nice effect if you're making this kind of background. Just so you make it kind of like the same one again. If you don't make it like that, then you can just, if you don't make it like parallel the first time, you can just click up again. So there we have that now. Again, right click, fill, black, OK, paste layer style. So now we have the white border so we can see it. We're going to change the layer style later, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And we're going to hit Command J. So now I have another copy. I'm going to minimize the effects by using these up buttons. So make sure we're selected on layer 7 copy and move this one up. So it's about there. So it's got a nice gap in between, but you can like let it quite close. So now hold down Shift and click on layer 7. Hold down Shift, click layer 7, right click, duplicate layers. Just duplicate OK. So now we have 2 more. So I'm going to hold down Shift and move those up and make sure the gap in between them is about the same. So now we're going to go to the top one. You see there's a little gap at the top. We can hit Command J and we're going to move it up. So you can see the gap is about the same. So there we have that. And now we're going to do the effects. So as we've got a red background, as you can see, one thing you can do is you can go to the Zobe layer, right click, copy layer style, the text layer, copy layer style, and go to the backing layer. Or actually no, we want to go to the, which one's this? This is this one. We want to go to the layer 6 or the first bars that we did, and just paste layer style in there to both of them. And you see we get it like that. So we're going to want to alter this layer style a little bit. So go color overlay and make it red. So you see that's done that now. So we just want to copy layer style again, right click, copy layer style on the layer we've just edited, and paste layer style on the other one. So now we have that on the sidebars. And now what we're going to do is we're going to edit these ones. So we're going to want a different layer style on these ones. One way you can do it is you can there are lots of layer styles on the internet or on YouTube that you can just get. So now we're just going to go to you can just copy the layer style across into the document, and you can just paste them onto the side. So you have the sidebars. You don't have to make your own ones, but I wouldn't recommend that because it's not your own work. So we're going to go color overlay, so it's still red. Inner shadow, click on that, and we're going to take the distance down to 0, the choke up a little bit, and the size up a little bit, so we get it like that. We're going to do bevel and emboss, style, pillow emboss, take the depth down, take the depth down to 1, size down a little bit as well, size at 1. This is just random, I'm making this up as I go along. Untick global light. Actually, no, keep global light on. Sorry, go to gloss contour. Right, click on that, and just go to this one here, and you see we get that kind of effect. You can also add patterns if you want to, but to do that you have to take off the color overlay. But we're just gonna leave it like that for now. So now you see we've got kind of a red effect on it, and it's a different one to the other one. So we're just gonna right click on that, copy layer style, and click on the top layer 7. Click on the other layer 7 copy. Right click, paste layer style. So now we get that. It's looking alright. And now we're going to go onto the backing one. So it's this one, you can clearly see it. And we're going to make a new layer style on this one. So we're just going to go to color overlay, red, satin, to give it a nice effect. Maybe take the color overlay opacity down a little bit, maybe around 50%. Maybe an inner shadow, distance 0, choke up around 15ish, size up as well. Drop shadow, obviously, drop shadow down, distance at 0, spread up a little bit, size up a little bit, so we get that, and then hit OK. One thing I forgot to do though is go on the layer 7, the big bars, and then double click on that, hit drop shadow. Take the distance up to 0, spread up a little bit, and the size up a little bit. Sorry. Hit OK. Right click, copy layer style on all of these, all 4 of these. Right click, paste layer style. So now we get a drop shadow on all of those. And now to duplicate it all across, we're just going to minimize this group here. We're going to right click on that group, duplicate group. OK. Group 1 copy. And now we're going to hit Command T, so we have the whole group selected. Right click, flip horizontal. Hit enter, and now we see we have the move tool selected up here, and we're going to hold down shift and move it across to the right. I'm just going to make it so that we can see the same size, so you can use the arrow keys to move it across. So we want it maybe about, is that right? That looks about right. And you can see it's already lined up. So there we have the sidebars, guys. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. There will be plenty more of these to come. I'm pretty busy with GFX at the minute, but I'll definitely bring some more out, bring some more speed arts out as well. And I'm also going to bring out a tutorial for Cinema 4D, which is right there. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Composed Zobe. Please subscribe if you like this for more awesome Photoshop tutorials. Thanks.